Hello everyone and welcome back to another beautiful day in Spakowa, Poland. We are starting today with great news. Look at that, our first big modern new barn is finished. It's been quite a project, but here we are now. Yeah, look at this massive space. It's gonna be beautiful. So over here on this side I'm envisioning a grape processing unit to make some beautiful homemade wine, but that comes later. Before we do any of that, we're going to use this shed as a storage for our machines that don't really have a place at the moment. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe over there we have bigger machines, and in this wooden barn we have smaller machines that we can't really fit anywhere else, or better said, we can easily fit them in. Right, so I've been checking the weather forecast and look at that, there is a shower forecasted at 4 p.m. Now I don't really know if I'll be able to make the hay by then, but I can definitely cut it now and have it dry up as much as it can. It's gonna get a bit wet, but I can turn it over then and I can probably bale it by the end of the day. Maybe if that doesn't work out, we're gonna have to bale it in the first half of October. Okay, so the second update is I picked up, at least I think I have, all the potatoes from this side of the field. And the cellar is completely full, which means that this piece of land actually produced 20,000 liters of potatoes. Shoot. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have a lot of potatoes, and I don't think we're gonna have a lot in terms of money. But yeah, if I show you the state of my cellar, you'll see that it's full to the brim. So it's 20,000 liters out of 20,000 liters. Okay, well, yeah, look at that, the rain symbol has just appeared on the top. Okay, I'm gonna park this outside. And we're gonna cut some grass. My thinking is, if this doesn't work out, I can always go and buy a few bales just to start my animals. If it does work out, well, then good. Yeah, so while we're doing this, the truck with who is this? Oh wow, okay. I kind of forgot to account for the height. Yeah, if by any chance we have a truck deliver that container for potatoes, we're gonna start loading it while we wait for the grass to dry up over here. Okay, so speed I should probably raise. Okay, is it working? It's working. Good. Okay, so it doesn't want to go over 8 kilometers an hour, but Yep. This looks pretty good. So luckily the field is not too big, so it won't take too long to harvest it. And mind you, I still have to sort out the baler. I still haven't got around to buy it, but I think they're around 12,000, so we should be able to afford it easily. Okay, this is where the field kind widens. So early morning mowing, eh? Okay. Now we're missing a bit, so I'm gonna stay a bit more to the left, and it should be fine. Should cover the whole field. Alright, well, what do you say? Time lapse. We hadn't had a time lapse for at least an episode now. Good. Finished with the field. It wasn't too much work. It's not even 8 AM and we're already done. So I'm thinking of letting the grass be a little and dry out, and maybe I can turn it over at, I don't know, let's say 10, 11 AM. And if everything goes well, we might even be able to actually row it up and bale it straight after. See if this actually fits. Yeah, barely. Alrighty, and we'll drop it over here. The mower, I mean. And we're gonna hook straight to the... Come on. We're gonna hook straight to the windrower. Well, basically it's a tether at the moment, so... Alrighty, and this can wait here until we actually need it. Alright, thank you, sir. Okay. Well, he's gonna take a nap in the cab while I load, because it's probably gonna be loaded and out the door pretty quickly. And he's gonna have to come back. And it's no use in him going and coming back with the truck, so he's just gonna wait. He's mine for the whole day. I rented him out. Yeah. So this is gonna take time. A lot of time. And I'll probably just show you a few action shots, because otherwise you'll sit here and wonder what you're doing with your life. Okay, my biggest question is, will this reach over the... Yeah, it will. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of scared it's not gonna reach over the container, but it does. Okay. So yeah, we have our work cut out. And by the way, I have to tell you that I have found a barn for the animals. It's nothing solid yet. The deal hasn't been done, and I still haven't purchased it, but it's a pretty good deal. Because I want to have a barn that's half open, half closed, so the animals can hide from the weather, and so that and that they also have some kind of an open space they can wander and enjoy life in general. So yeah, something is afoot, and I'm really hoping it's gonna be done during the winter months. This is why I want to have a few bales of hay ready for the animals, if I manage to be so lucky to get them before the spring harvest, or before the first mowing session in the spring. And what I want to see, how much this actually filled the container. Nothing. Is there anything even there? Let me walk on the hood. Yeah, we're gonna be here all day. In any case, I do want to do a drone shot, so the outside shot, and show you how the bucket, or this fork, actually works when it's dipped onto the ground. I do believe that was going to be quite an interesting sight to see. Okay, so it's 10:30 and I am about, let's say, halfway through the field. As you can see, this is what's left behind and this is what's in front of us. And the truck is going to be full very soon. Maybe a few buckets left and... oh, that's it. It's full. Alrighty. In that case, I'm gonna go and knock on his window. Okay, I can leave this one here. So, yeah, he can take all that. Look at that. Nice little load. Yeah, so he can take all that to be sold down at the potato purchase place. And we'll see how much we get paid from one trailer. This is probably gonna be 1.5 more, maybe 2, because the field is getting wider. And there's a whole nother field on that side. But in the meantime, we're gonna go on the little Zetor, the one piston beauty, and we're gonna go TED the grassland over that we mowed. And then we'll see if we can get any money for that. Well, money. Hey. Okay, just got the news. Got paid 10,374 euros for the first truckload, which is amazing. I did not expect as much money as we got, so we're gonna have, so let's say 1.5, probably 3 trailers on that field. That's another 40 to 50,000. Wow, beautiful. Alright, in any case, let's take this baby out again. It is 20 to 11 a.m. so we are kinda slow. I just hope I'm gonna have the opportunity to make that hay. Sorry, had to focus. And I really have to make another... Nope. Bumped it. Yeah, I really have to make another path through there. I'm probably gonna make... Really? Shit. Really? Okay, I should take a chill pill. In any case, yeah, make a road kind of go straight through here and towards that passage over there. You ain't seen nothing. Everything as it should be. Right, so I'm guessing this is still grass. And it needs tedding, so how do we do this? So what happened now? Alright, it's turning into hay. Beautiful. So it's working. Good. Good. That's always good to see. And if I'm lucky, I can actually make it work before we come to the rainy part today. So in order to be successful at this, I'm gonna have to buy a windrower. Not the windrower. Come on. I'm gonna have to buy a baler. And I'm gonna have to buy... Well, not really. I was thinking about some kind of a trailer to transport the bales, but I can easily use the red trailer for that. Okay, can we go in? I wanted to go faster and then I honked the horn. As you do. Okay, yeah, we can go faster. Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah, I'll be honest, I expected more issues with the moisture since there was rain yesterday, and I was kind of figuring that it wouldn't be dry yet, or at least not dry enough. But it seems that it's working pretty nicely. And also this tether is working pretty nicely. I'm impressed. Yeah, so while we're doing this, I'm gonna have a phone call with Mr. Ben if he can arrange some sort of a baler for me. Something small I can move with my hands. Because, you know, I am doing all the work by myself and I can't really rely on anyone else to drive for me or, you know, load and drive and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Maybe later on we get a bigger baler, some kind of, we can actually use the transport trailer for bales and a bale spike, and that's gonna be us covered. Maybe. Well, we can go even faster. Heading at full speed. So let's test how fast we can actually do this. Yeah, this is my top gear, and no, I think this is much too fast. On the other hand, more speed throws the grass a bit further on and it probably turns it over better. Running, shedding grass, I hope you understand. Okay, so when I'm done tedding here, I'm gonna have to make sure that I go to the workshop and turn the tether over into a windrower, because I need some tools to do that, and I don't have them with me because I wasn't really expecting results, to be honest. It's going to require a bit of finesse. Okay, and there's just a bit over there left. And we're done. The one piece is over here, and there is a row over here. I should probably make a beeline for this part, and done. Okay. Well, let's go to the workshop to rearrange the tether into a windrower. Alrighty. Come on. Of course, getting stuck is my favorite pastime activity. Okay, let's drop the tools right here, and we are now in windrower mode. And yeah, I have kind of sort of decided I'm gonna make the road before this big tree. And if I take a straight down, you can see I come directly to that passage. So yeah, this is a pretty good solution, I think. Okay, how is this turned? It's probably better to start on this side. There's some hay on the road. Yeah, it's working beautifully. This is some next-gen engineering from... Well, heck if I know from when. But it's not from yesterday and it's not from today. We actually threw some hay on to this piece. It's kind of funny how this windrower is powered, or tether, whatever you're using. It actually works on its own power when you drag it on the ground. Those little spokes get pushed into the ground and it makes it turn, and with turning it actually moves the hay or grass or whatever you're trying to move. A really cool piece of engineering. And it requires practically no power. The only thing that eats power here is the movement of the tractor, and this dragging is really not putting any pressure on the engine. Are we picking this up? Yeah. So if I drive like this, yeah, it's picking up. Okay. So I can gauge a little better. Whoa, 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 whoa. I wanted to reverse. You know what, I'm pretty happy with the size of this field. If it would be much bigger, it would cause problems, for sure. Okay, and do I go one more? Nah. I'm gonna go this way now. Is this a good approach? It is. Okay, so again, fire next to the row. Great success. Okay, and then we just do the middle. That's it. I gotta be honest, I didn't envision this tractor to have as much work as it has. I really thought it was gonna be more of a Sunday driver, but it's turning into a proper workhorse. I do see a lot of work for it in the up and coming vineyard. But that's still months away, so. Okay, let's push another one in. And this might be a bit too wide. So the question is, which tractor do we use to move the baler or run the baler? Because this one is highly maneuverable, as you can see. On the other hand, the bigger Zetor is also quite nifty, nimble. And yeah, thinking about it, I think this tractor has around 25 horsepower. The baler is probably gonna require more to run. Hey, and that's it. We windrowed the whole field. Oh wow. Well, a lot of surprises in this episode. Good ones. We're making more money than we expected. I'm probably gonna leave the potato loading for next time, because the grass work will be done, and yeah, we're gonna have to focus on selling those potatoes. In any case, I'll make the arrangements and I'll be right back with the baler, I think. Righty, so 14,000 euros later, we have the stuff waiting for us. Do you know what? Let's give this baby a whirl, because we haven't used it yet. So okay. And I want to kind of put it through its paces. I think it was gonna be a great idea. The baler itself only needs 51 horsepower, which we have more than double under the hood here. Do you know what? I think I have a beacon now. So let's put a beacon on. Yeah, look at that. It's shining off of the entrance arch. In any case, yeah, it's a Lely. Excuse me, I'm just fixing my trousers, my pants. It's a Lely baler. It makes 120 centimeter bales, square bales, and it's, I think, a pretty nice thing. It is an older model, and it has been refurbished. That's what I've been told from Mr. Ben. But it's still a very good price, because these balers, man, let me tell you, they can go to more than 100,000 per baler. Like, what? You can get a house for that. You can get more houses here in this area for that amount of money, which is, you know, just obnoxious. So I'm pretty happy to buy some older pieces of equipment and, you know, making them work. And especially since these small bales can actually be moved by hand. This is one of the more important things, because I want to have freedom and agility, you know. Maybe later on I am thinking of getting some kind of ATV, which would probably be a good fit with, I don't know, small transport trailer. Maybe we can put the trailer that's on Lada right now, the car trailer, on that, and move some bales around when we need them. You know, sounds fun. And if you're not having fun in life, what are you having? Okay, and this is it. Yeah, it's a side picker. It's not what they say. It doesn't go directly behind the tractor. It's actually from the side. Okay, this attaches nicely. Get the cables connected. PTO. And let's test it out before we do anything else. So yeah, you can see the bales are gonna be approximately this diameter, and it is two-colored. This is the first thing I noticed. Oh, look at this. Yeah, I guess the bottom part has been repainted because it's getting used more, or probably damaged more. And we also have to get some kind of twine. Let me go ask Ben about it. Okay, so 480 for the twine, and we can put it in here. I'm just gonna bring them all over, take the wrapper off and put them in. Good, this is all filled up now, so let's fold it all up and let's be on our way. Okay, everything is nice and secure. As I was saying, we don't need registration for this implement, so we're simply gonna take it down the road. And I will have to be mindful because it's a side thing. It doesn't follow the tractor. I'm gonna have to be more to the center of the road. Oh, you know what? Look at that. We can actually change the angle. Okay, whoa. Right. See you back at the farm. Okay, a very uneventful trip back home. And straight to the field. I was thinking of cutting through that piece of land over there, but I can't really go around because they have the entrance fenced off. Yeah, feels like I'm rushing with light speed down here. I am rushing though. It's not just a feeling, but it's true. Alright, let's open it up. Nope, this is the wrong way. It needs to go out. Hey, look at that, it's working. I really wonder how many bales we're gonna get off this field. Probably not too much. Or maybe. Gotta be careful not to drive into the neighbor's field. Let's go see our first bale. Very nice. Very nice. I think this calls for a photo. Hey, noise. Well, let us continue without any further pause. I'm gonna have to find a different way to pick this piece up. Let's do some action shots. Right, so we are done. And this is probably gonna get emptied out still, but let's see how many we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm guessing 10. 10 bales. I don't think that's gonna be enough to actually let our animals survive. Yikes. Okay, well, in that case, well, you know what, let's not go ahead of ourselves. I want to see how the cows behave, and then I'm gonna make appropriate decisions. And I think this baler is going to fit nicely in here. It would probably be quite a chore getting it into that barn over there. Probably gonna be a chore getting it into this barn. Yeah. How about that? Tight like a tiger. And now the tractor doesn't fit. I won't go any other direction or turn anything because I need, as I will probably have issues getting it out. And while we're here, I think this is going to be a good parking space for this baby. I do apologize for calling this tractor a baby. Some of you might not like it. Right, since we have only 10 bales, I'll use my Lada and the trailer that's already attached to it. I'm running because I'm trying to outrun the rain. I think I can fit everything on here and bring it back. Good. So, yeah. It smells nice though. And we're gonna be at 6. Okay, I'm guessing there's more than 10 bales, since I already have 7 on here. And there's like 4, 5, 4. So 11 bales altogether. Beautiful. There must have been 2 in the baler left to unload. And look at that, the bales fit perfectly on the trailer. Like a glove. I don't even have to strap them down because I'm not going far. Yeah, this was a much quicker turnover than I expected, because as I said in the beginning of the episode, or maybe it was in the middle, and I'm gonna have to probably do this in 2 days to make hay, but yeah, hey, here we are. Excuse the puns. Alrighty. So how much is that? That's around 350 liters in 1 times 11, that's 3,300, 3,850 liters. Yeah, that's not a lot. I don't think our cows can survive on that. Well, if we encounter too much trouble, we are simply going to fix it in the mix, as they say. We're gonna fix it as we go. I can always go and buy more hay bales, you know. That's always an option. But for now, I'm gonna park everything, the whole setup in here. And then I'm gonna make sure that I take all the potatoes off the field. The truck will probably be back anytime soon. I won't show that on video, but I will write down how much we earned from selling the potatoes. Okay, I think we're in. Luckily we have these side entrances we can use to go out. So yeah, with this I'm gonna end the episode. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.